Welcome to Brain Vision.
We're told that coffee and donuts are complements. So if they're complements, then that means that the more coffee you buy, that tends to increase the amount of donuts you buy. And likewise, if you were to buy more donuts, chances are you're probably going to buy more coffee. They're complements, so you tend to buy them together. Now, we're also told that both are going to have inelastic demand. What does that mean? That means that as the price changes, you tend to buy roughly the same amount. When the price goes down, you don't go out and buy a lot more. You may buy a little bit more, but not a lot. And likewise, if the price goes up, you're going to see a slight decrease, but typically not much. Okay, so let's do some diagrams then. We'll start with coffee. If our demand is inelastic, it's going to be much more vertical. And let's say we have a roughly normal supply curve. Now, in this instance, when I say normal, by the way, I mean roughly unit elastic. In this instance, we see a destruction of the coffee crop, so that's going to cause supply to shift leftward. We have our new supply curve, and you'll notice since price is on the vertical axis, we see a very large increase in price. But the horizontal axis, quantity, we see that actually hasn't decreased that much. So what does that mean? Well, we can tell by this diagram the price of beans is going to go up. The price of a cup of coffee, therefore, is going to go up because you make a cup of coffee from coffee beans. And we can tell that the expenditures on coffee, the total expenditures on coffee, are going to rise. Why? Because the price has increased pretty dramatically, and the quantity has decreased almost not at all. Now, what's going to happen with donuts? Well, you'll notice with coffee, the quantity did decrease slightly. So, for donuts, even though we're again dealing with a pretty inelastic demand curve, okay, and again, let's say roughly unit elastic supply, you are going to see a slight decrease in demand. Not dramatic, but slight, okay? What does that mean? It means the price for donuts is going to go down slightly, and the expenditure on donuts is going to go down. We know that because both the price and the quantity have decreased because we moved from this point here, let's call it point A, to this point here, we'll call it point B. So the price of donuts goes down and the quantity goes down, so the total expenditure on donuts will go down as well.